I promise the Danganronpa music was not intentional. That's just how it happened. Hold on, I'm spawning in. Hi. There are all the bits. Thank you for all those bits, by the way. I don't think I show my gratitude enough for those bits. I hate the bits themselves because they never want to stay in the jar, and they're very, very naughty. But I appreciate that you all gave those bits to me. That makes me feel good. Thank you. Still waiting for Paction to get here. I gotta bother them until they're here. But until then, hello. How are you doing? It's mostly just me and you, Carpet, but how's your day going? Ah, my favorite Ace Attorney song, Danganronpa song. I have my my hot take, I guess. I have a hot take, and it's that Ace Attorney and Danganronpa are really not that different of games. They're very similar games. I think really the only difference between Danganronpa and Ace Attorney is aesthetics. That is the only real difference between the two. I know that like the culprit doesn't get killed at the end of Ace Attorney trials, but like they go away forever, so it's basically the same way. I guess there is like, I don't know. I just feel like because it's like okay, the structure of the like scenario of why you're doing what you're doing is different between the two, but it's like that comes down to aesthetic too, because it's like Danganronpa is just edgier Ace Attorney in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you're not killing people because, or you're not hunting killers because you're a lawyer. It's because you'll die if you don't. You know what I mean? Or because you're in a fucking murder school or island. I don't know what the third game is. I think the third game's also the school. Maybe it's a different school? I don't know anything about the third game. I've somehow managed to go very far, not getting spoiled on the third game, and I think that's partially because I don't think most of the fandom likes the third game. But it remains to be seen. Anyway, here's Paction. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to my Thunderdome.
Welcome to the Pleasure Dome.
Welcome to my fuck house. Anyway, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. How have you been in the last like hour since I spoke to you?
I have been. Oh, it's the Twitch is telling me that your stream is indicated this channel is intended for mature audience.
Yeah, 'cause I say fuck.
No.
Yeah.
No,
I put that setting myself. I could change it if I want.
I know.
It's for
But,
mature audiences because I talk about penis sometimes. Like now.
No. No. You would never.
You can now. How dare you? How could you do this to me?
No. Can't be.
No, there's simply no way. I realized like, because I don't think I did have it as mature for a while, and then I realized I play a lot of like, I haven't paid attention to game ratings in years because I've reached the age where no one cares anymore.
Yeah.
But like I realized I probably play a lot of M-rated games.
Yeah.
So, I mean, also like indie games don't really have ratings, so when I got really into indie games, it didn't matter anymore what the rating was, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
Undertale's probably rated T.
Yeah.
'Cause
There's no
murder.
fuck in Undertale.
There's no fuck, but there is like murder.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think The murder definitely nets it at least a T, but I'm like, I wonder if like the creepiness of it bumps it up to an M.
Horror doesn't really.
Yeah.
Really. We
But-
all Cora. If it was, then Coraline would be M-rated.
Yeah, well, because I'm like,
It's
there's
R-rated.
not really any swearing in Undertale. I think that they don't go higher than like a damn. Maybe like one shit, but like I think that's
Yeah.
still T.
Yeah.
And there's no
You-
like
you
sexual
get to
stuff.
shit once.
Yeah, you get to shit
Oh, yeah,
once. I mean, like in PG-13 movies, you're allowed to say fuck once.
Yeah.
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 I remember one of the
Use it
first
wisely.
one of the first PG-13 movies I ever watched, or at least like in the theaters, was The Fault in Our Stars, because I really, really, really liked the book in middle school, like in like 7th grade, and the movie was coming out around my birthday, so my parents were like, "We'll take you to see it, like we'll let you skip school and we'll all go see it," because it was like a Monday, and so we all went together, and there is exactly one fuck in the book, and it's the part
Oh.
where because the characters like idolize this one author, and then he turns out to be like an asshole. Like they go on a trip abroad to go visit him, and he turns out to be a dick. So like the one fuck in the book is like when they're leaving, and one of them says "fuck you" to him, and I was like, okay, well I'm waiting for that to happen. But they used the one fuck, but it wasn't in that scene. It was like much later on, and I was like, oh, but the fuck.
But the fuck, it
What the
reappeared.
fuck? It reappeared because I saw that scene and I was like, oh, maybe they're not gonna do it. But then they put it like they threw me off my rhythm, and
It's all about throwing them off the rhythm.
but it was
I
used in a
see.
much sadder context in the movie, so I was like, aw. And spoilers for The Fault in Our Stars if you care.
Like, this man has lost.
But go ahead.
This man lost their wife, lost his children, lost his job. His boss, his wife was cheating with him with his boss,
Uh huh.
and then he's nothing left. And then everybody in the audience starts clapping because he goes, "Fuck."
Damn. Shit.
He
Fuck.
said it. Oh my god. He said it.
No, do you know what The Fault in Our Stars is about?
Cancer.
Yeah, it's about two
Right?
teens with cancer and they fall in love.
They both had cancer.
Yeah, they both had cancer. Well, what it was that the girl has cancer like currently, and then she meets Ansel Elgort, who is in remission. They were in like a support group, and he was in remission and it was cool. And then like halfway through the story, his cancer comes back. And that's like the main conflict. And this is where I was going. Spoilers for The Fault in Our Stars if anyone cares. At the end, he dies. And that's like, she has to like move on or whatever. But when that part happened in the movie, my dad cried. Because my dad's a big baby and I get it from him. But that was when the fuck happened in the movie. It was like a really sad scene where like he wasn't doing good and he said something like, "I just want to fucking die already," and I was like, ah. I eat that shit up. I love the
Yeah.
melodrama.
Yeah.
I know cancer is a thing that people have in real life and it's terrible and I don't wish it on anyone, but in like a context of a story, it's really good.
I see.
Any horrible thing that can happen to someone, it just brings misery upon them.
Yeah.
I sound like a horrible
I
person
see.
when I say that, but I love ongoing conflict that lasts for a very long time, and yeah.
I see. Yeah.
Why do you
Were
think I
gonna
like Spectre Knight so
romanticize
much?
My teeth condition.
What?
You gonna romanticize my ectodermal dysplasia?
I am the god of despair, and you can quote me on that. Clip it, I dare you. Anyway. Speaking of melodrama,
I
let's
am the
play
god
Ace
of
Attorney.
despair, and then it's in quotes and it's like a hyphen out of despair.
I had that on the Discord the other day. I was trying to like recall a fact about Shovel Knight, and I was like, I think it's I was like trying to remember when a quote was used, and I was like, it's in this thing, and I think it's also in the art book, but don't quote me on that. And then the next like message was someone like quoting it, and then like and then like attributing it to me, and I was like, how dare you? I just said don't quote me on it. Anyway, it took me longer than expected to legally purchase this game because I tried one source and it worked, or it went through like easily. It downloaded easily, and then I opened the game, and then it would like open for a second and then close. Just forever, and I was like, all right, that's great. So I deleted it and I tried a different source which I knew would take longer, but I was like, at least I know it's reliable. So I did that, and then I went to download it, or I went to install it, and then my antivirus blocked it, and I was like, no. And so I was just under the assumption that my brother had downloaded that when I got the computer, because it was like a gift from my whole family, like collectively. So like, he knows about computers. He's probably like, this is a good one here. So I was like, but I can't like, I can't like tell the antivirus that it's not a big deal, because you have to like log in on the browser, and I don't know the login information. So I messaged him and I was like, what's the login info for this thing? And he was like, I don't know, how should I know? And I was like, didn't you put it? He was like, no, our dad did. And I was like, ugh. And I'm like, how do I uninstall my antivirus? Well, because it's just like, it does this all the time, and it's never like actually blocked any real threads. So I'm like, I don't need this thing. Yeah. So I had to like redo the installation again. Like I had to re-download the whole thing again. But now I have it. Yeah.
Okay.
What do you know anything about Ace Attorney already, baby?
Anything about Ace Attorney?
Yeah.
I know. Number 1, it's a game about laws. Number 2, the game is where you break laws. Number 3, it's named after a crime. Number 4, it's Grand Theft Auto.
Okay. I think you've got it a little mixed up.
Bare bones, everything I know. You know, that's pretty much all I know about Ace Attorney.
Do you know what the main character's name is?
Michael Afton.
Isn't Michael the name of one of the protagonists in GTA 5?
Yes. Michael, Franklin, and
Trevor, my favorite.
Trevor.
Trevor's my favorite because he's the worst one.
He's the worst one, objectively.
His name is Ace Attorney, duh.
Yeah, no, Phoenix Wright.
Yeah, there you go. It's the name of the game.
Yeah.
Phoenix Wright is the Ace Attorney. Do you know what his rival's name is?
Phoenix Wrong.
I traced over his sprite for you. On the sprites that I did. Yeah, Miles Edgeworth. But we won't meet him right away.
Okay.
First case doesn't have him, and I don't think the second case has him either. I think he's just no. I think the second and third cases have him, and then the fourth case is it involves him, but he's not the prosecutor in that case. It's a different guy. Anyway, tracing. I know, send me to jail. Okay. Anyway. So I got the whole trilogy of games because they remastered the original trilogy of Ace Attorney. This was a DS game. I think maybe also like a Game Boy Advance game. I think it was originally on that, and then they put it on DS. But so they like redid all the art and stuff, and put it on Switch and PC and some PlayStation things, I think, because it's a Capcom game, so they're allowed to. Doing alright? Baby? Paxton died. Well, I'll describe the rest of what I was gonna say to you guys. They remastered this, so they put all 3 of the original games on this. How do I? There we go. Background music. Sound effects are a little bit loud. Paxton is having tech. Oh, there you go. Hey.
All right. There we go. Everything
All right.
is fine now.
Great. Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. The gist of what I was saying is that this game is an old game that had like pixel art, and it's really good pixel art. And it was for like the GBA or like DS originally, and they remastered the first 3 games in the series and like ported them to all these new consoles. So that is what we are playing.
Okay. I figured out the problem, by the way. It's I can't watch the stream like from Discord.
Okay.
So
should I not stream to you because
when as soon
maybe
it seems like that's the issue.
All right. So I will not.
Maybe there's a little more than that.
Maybe I could stream at like a lower quality. I mean,
yeah.
lowest I can do is 720, 15 frames per second.
I don't need that many frames.
Yeah, it's a visual novel.
Yeah.
But tell me if that's better or worse or the same.
Maybe we need to just give it a second to let the gears roll, you know?
Okay. Let me know if you want me to stop streaming to you.
Things are still a bit shaky.
Okay.
Okay.
Want it to be space. Yes. Oh, okay. Anyway. Okay, so we're gonna play Ace Attorney. So as you can see, there's the three full games. But we're gonna start with the first one. I've only ever played the first one, and like a tiny bit of the second one. So yeah. And Paxton doesn't know anything, as we've seen. So let's begin. Episode 1, the first turnabout. Paxton's missing out on very important information, but it's okay because the mystery will be even stronger for them. We know something they don't. We know this guy's the killer. Someone like him. Yes, that asshole. I'll make it look like he did it. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. And this is when I check on Paxton again. I'm gonna stop streaming it then. We're gonna keep going for the sake of keeping the show on the road. And I'll just refresh them when they get here. Boy, am I nervous. Oh, that's Mia. Oh, hiya, Chief. Phew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. Most people don't. It's probably not a good idea, and you probably shouldn't be allowed to do it. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. That's news to me. I want to help him any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. Of course you'd say women humana humana humana. Of course you would. We all know she's got giant baps. Hold on, how do I... There's a way to text box. There we go. And just, there we go. For you, specifically, Carpet. Ugh, my life, everything, it's all over. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Oh, my nose is itchy. Death, despair. Oh! I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. Sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished! I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? Newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. Is it? It's a murder trial. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. Can I make this, like, slightly faster? This text speed? No, not like that. Just really? I can't just scroll it, like, slightly faster? There's usually, like, a slow, medium, fast thing. Okay, that's fine. It's just, like, it's scrolling, like, 2% slower than I read, like, out loud. I have to, like, slow myself down. I don't like it. Anyway, in the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. He's a real Mick Mercury. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case to clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. August 3rd, 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 2. He is McMurcury. I'm glad someone understood that. Larry Butts, the one straight man in Ace Attorney. Hold on, I gotta bother Paxton again. Unrelated to anything, I got Paxton to start playing Rhythm Heaven, Fever, because that's the easiest one to get someone to play, despite being the hardest to actually acquire physically. We watched Timotainment's playthrough of Rhythm Heaven DS, which is a fun... He's good at it. Or he's not good at it, which is the fun part. He's good to watch play it. And he doesn't cut out, like, the learning how to play it stuff, so if you, like, wanted to play along while watching, that also works. But we watched that together, and Paxton was like, this is fun, and I want to play it myself, and then I was like, cool, I'll hackle you into playing it on an emulator, and they did that, like, yesterday and today, and they're on Remix 6? They're almost done with that stretch. They're almost to Remix 6, and we finished for today, and they were like, thank you for recommending me this. This was really fun. I was like, yes! 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 There is no better feeling in the world than recommending someone a video game, and they're like, thank you for showing me this game because I really like it. Literally better than sex. I don't want to continue without them, but they fucking died, and this was like for them. This is like, I've played this game. I know everything that happens in this game. Should I call them? I just did. I don't think it's gonna do anything. They're offline. What's that supposed to mean, Maeve? Is that a I have good taste in video games and I know how to recommend people video games, or is it that I don't know how to recommend people video games and all my taste sucks? Because both of those I could see as a fair assumption. Alright, they're not responding. Better than sex. Shut up. I get more action than you. I specifically choose to not have sex. I can if I want to. Oh. Hello?
Things seem to be okay.
Okay, I'm not gonna stream to you anymore.
Alright.
You'll just have to deal with the slight delay on the regular stream. Anyway, so, the deal of what's going on right now is, this is our first case as lawyers, as a lawyer, because we're just one person.
Oh, yeah.
And we are defending our best friend, Larry Butts, who, has been accused of killing his girlfriend.
Oh, Larry, no.
Yeah, these are all murder trials, by the way.
All of them are murder.
Yeah, every trial in this game is a murder trial. I think. At least this game is. I don't know about the whole series, but this game, all of them are murder trials. But we know he's innocent, so we're gonna defend him. Okay?
How do we know how do we know?
We just know.
We just know?
Well, because we grew up with Larry, so, like, we know that he's not the kind of guy to kill someone.
Sure.
We'll get to it, okay? We got the evidence. We'll prove it.
Okay. Alright.
Okay. Anyway, court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. Do you want to be the prosecutor?
First I gotta get the stream to load.
Oh, yeah, that'll probably...
Alright, this doesn't seem to be working.
Dang.
Alright, I think I might tap out then.
No!
Well, I don't know what
This
else
is
to
for
do.
you. I'm playing this because of you. I'm not gonna play it without you.
Oh, okay.
At least, like, sit around for it.
Alright, then can you try streaming it to me again?
I don't want to fuck up your... I don't want to unfung your shui.
Okay. I'll refresh Twitch one more time.
Alright. I'm sorry, everyone.
I didn't expect this to happen.
No. Your Wi-Fi has been silly the last couple days, though.
It has, yeah.
Didn't it take, like...
An ad, that means there's connection.
What?
I got an ad, that means there's connection.
Yes!
Northman.
Yes, advertisements!
Yes, give it to me.
Yes, put it in my mouth. I want whatever Amazon show you're showing me. Yes.
This one's in theaters.
Ooh. What is it?
The Northman.
The North. Oh, sounds like a stupid name.
It is.
I think that's up there with Slow Horses.
Yeah. There's not a lot of good titles to this century. Just writing off all of film for the century.
Do you remember that one Will Smith movie a few years ago called Gemini Man?
Yes, yeah.
That
where he
is
fights himself.
one of the stupidest, like, names and ideas for a movie.
Yeah.
Alright.
My God.
How's your adage
well,
going?
The ad has stopped.
It's just buffering?
It's just buffering.
Alright. I'll do all the voices. Anyway, the prosecution is ready, Your Honor. And the defense is ready, Your Honor. Ahem. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. We will sentence him to death if he is guilty. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think that we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Gulp, handshaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. It's me. No, I'm kidding. It's Larry Butts.
Yeah.
The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine.
I was testing you.
Yes. I totally knew that. And next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what is the victim's name? Phew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... Wait. Uh-oh. No way! I forgot! I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix! Are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? No, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab to check it at any time, okay? This is totally in lore and not fourth wall breaky at all, I promise. Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you.
It for me.
If you lose this trial, they'll also put you to death. Anyway.
So
Her name is Cindy. Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone? Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death?
Cindy Stone.
Yeah. She died because she was hit with a blunt object.
With the stone?
She was struck once by a blunt object. I think it was, like, marble. We saw it at the beginning. There was a little cutscene. Anyway, you've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, a victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was the statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts as an evidence. Statue added to the court record. Statue in the shape of the Thinker. It's rather heavy. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab to check the court record frequently. Are you understanding what I'm trying to convey to you? And he's like, I don't know what... Like, the soda? I don't understand what you're trying to tell. Like, my folder has tabs on it, if that's what you mean. She's like, sure, yeah. Anyway, Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. Prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad.
Oh, no.
His face is twitching. Jessie wants to be let out. She's meowing sadly. See if you can fung your shui a little more while I'm gone.
Alright, I'll try to fung all of the shui. Yeah, so, I'm gonna real quick switch to a different router. We'll see if it's any better.
What'd you say? Hello?
Oh, hello.
Hi, what's up?
Hi, so, I'm switching to, a different router thing, and I'm going to just see if that works better.
Okay. Yeah. We watched, should I tell them what we watched over the weekend?
Yeah.
We watched, this Apple TV show called, We Crashed, which is about WeWork, the company, and how they went from being one of the biggest companies in the world to going almost completely bankrupt in the course of 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And it shows their rise and fall. And it's very interesting and also extremely funny. Not because there's like necessarily jokes in that show, but because these people are so insufferable that you love to laugh at them.
Yeah.
And in the very first episode, it's showing like the wife, and she has like this interior designer, and she's like it's just not open enough, and like it's the biggest kitchen you've ever seen. She's like, the feng shui is all off, so we like every time we had to like do technical stuff, like setting up the episode, we were like, you have to feng your shui. So that's just part of our vocabulary now. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That and what was the other thing that I've been saying lately? I don't remember. It'll come to me. I'll say it again at some point today, and I'll think about it. I did use the spend to grow thing earlier today.
Yeah, spend to grow.
It's so silly. It's just, please watch that show because it's interesting even if you like aren't into that stuff, because I'm not, and I enjoyed it. And it's also just a very silly, like, you don't think Anne Hathaway and Jared Leto would look good in a room together, but they're great. It is like the Fire Festival stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
They had a summer camp.
Yeah, they had a Fire Festival-esque experience.
Yeah.
Anyway. Anyway, back to the trial. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me, ever. What's a tea anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. Sorry, Your Honor. Please continue. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on July 30th, the day before the murder. Did you know, this is a fun fact, that Japan is one of the few countries that shares the date month kind of style of dating that the US does? Yeah. Like, basically every other country except for Japan and America do that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's a fun fact for you. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but she did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. In exchange for, well, she took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I, stop him from answering? My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Ugh. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I can't say bitch, but, you know, I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Shut up! Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Gulp. Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? Stop him from answering. I'll send him a signal. Lie like a dog. Well, see, it's like this. I don't remember. You don't remember. Well, then we'll just have to remind you. I got a bad feeling about this. We have a witness that can prove he did go to the victim's apartment that day. Well, that simplifies matters. Who was your witness? The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand.
No.
The beginning of these silly names. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct?
Oh, this is the piece of shit.
I forgot I showed you that video about Ace Attorney's animation.
Yeah.
How's your Wi-Fi?
How's my what?
Your Wi-Fi.
My Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Not good. I'm watching the stream on 160p.
Awesome. I was gonna ask if
no lag.
Ooh. I was gonna say, if you're able to, would you like to be this guy?
Sure. Actually, one last time, do you want to try streaming to me?
I mean, if you're watching on 160p, I don't think it's gonna.
Let's give it a shot.
Alright, yeah, but if you gotta refuck your shui, then that's on you.
I know. Alright. Speak to me?
Hello?
Alright. I think we're good. Okay, never mind.
I told you not to fuck your shui. Damn it.
Okay, but things are still fine now.
No! I just undid the fucking. All right.
No. I meant like now that I stopped watching things.
Okay. I won't shui your fung. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Alright. Yeah, because there's like stream delay in general, so I'll just be all the guys.
Okay.
At least for this stream. Maybe next stream we'll have this sorted out.
Yeah.
All right. Oh yes, newspapers. Yes, Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness testimony. I was going door to door, selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. I hate the way you talk. Larry, why did you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Oh yeah, by the way, this game takes place in like the early 2000s.
Okay.
I think it's like 2008-ish. So.
All right. So this was before
Before like iPhones were really a thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Probably a little early 2000s. Probably like 2005 or 6.
Before Fast and Furious. During the Dark Ages.
Yeah. Exactly.
No one knew how important family was.
Exactly. Anyway, electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Now, Mr. Wright. The game came out in 2001. Yeah. So it's around that era. Yes, yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, right? This is it? The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do?
Uh-oh.
Why, you've exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with tab, then point out the contradictions in the testimony. Okay. So he's gonna repeat what he was just telling us.
Yeah.
But you can hold it on all of these things. Isn't a man leaving an apartment a common sight? I find it odd you would take notice of him. I don't know, he just seemed strange to me, that's all. Like he was mad and yet frightened at the same time. Just like a criminal fleeing the scene of a crime! You're full of shit! The defense requests that the witness are free from conjecture. Of course. What the witness means is that the man he saw looked suspicious. So what happened next? And then he just continues, but I don't wanna present now, but I just wanna like look at the yeah. How do I oh, there we go. So he's gonna say what he says. So he goes outside and then he says, I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. But according to this autopsy report, the time of death was 4 to 5 p.m. So, objection.
Objection.
Something like that. Have you ever watched like actual like court proceedings?
It's like objection, Your Honor.
Well, it's so much more casual than how Ace Attorney does, because I know that's like the big like dramatic thing is like you have to be like objection. I know I found a contradiction, but like in like actual court proceedings, like Your Honor, objection.
Yeah.
Because it's
irrelevant.
It's like very rarely like I caught you in a lie. It's just like I think what the prosecution said was bullshit. Like he's just being an asshole, and I want you to tell him to stop. And that's
They're just like, well, it's entertaining, so
yeah, it's entertaining, so overruled. It's funny. I'm like, damn it. Anyway, you found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? He's got a voice. This is trivial! The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Saw It. Why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, right? Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Witness testimony too. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video or tape program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. Can you spot the contradiction, Paction?
His eyebrows are not fleeked.
Well, he said he heard it on the TV.
But it was pre-recorded.
Okay.
Wait, so there was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television.
but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program.
Okay, then why were you certain that it was 1 p.m.?
Well, he was, whatever he heard, whatever the thing was playing on the TV, in the video that she was watching, and they must have said it was 1 p.m. on the thing. Mm-hmm. But why is that impossible that he would have heard it from the TV?
Wasn't he, like, outside?
Well, he was in the apartment, but
okay.
Something was happening that like, because he said he couldn't, like, use the phone in the apartment.
The power was out.
Yeah.
So why would he see it on the television?
Yeah, it couldn't be on.
All right. I'm getting this.
Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Battery-powered TV, checkmate. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite.
Oh, I bet you do.
Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sawit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. Finn, we haven't gotten to the gay people yet. Shush. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Witness testimony 3. Can you give me your best, like, movie trailer announcer voice? For witness testimony.
Witness testimony 3.
You have one deep voice and it's throat singing. What do you mean we haven't gotten to the gay people? Wright is constantly on screen. He doesn't realize she's gay yet. Actually, I didn't hear the time I saw it. There was a clock table in the apartment, wasn't there? Or there was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw.
What?
You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. It seems like you already have an idea of what's funky about this. Any ideas, babe?
You remembered the time on the clock of the bloody clock, the clock that was bashed into somebody's skull, that clock?
Well, there's something else.
In the middle of all of this, after seeing someone pummeled to death with a blunt object, you go, that clock says 1 p.m.
Well, there's something else about this. He's, like, insisting that the clock is the murder weapon. But as you'll remember, the murder weapon is,
not a clock.
This. It's rather heavy.
Yeah, it's rather heavy.
Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was the statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? What? You with your objections and your evidence? Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may... Yes, Mr. Payne? As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now? Yes, because that doesn't show the time, it says it.
Yes.
Your Honor, there's a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand, or witness the murder happen. That doesn't prove he did it, but that proves that he had to be there when it happened. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying! You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it! Prove I went in there! I just did, but okay. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. That's really presumptuous, Phoenix, but okay. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Nice purple suit.
Yeah.
It's more purple in that shot. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Saw it. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never... Look, the clock, I heard... No, I mean, I saw... Oh! Oh, he's very angry.
Whoa.
It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn. Give him death. Alright, he's very angry. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright. Your Honor? You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Mia's in the corner like, oh my god. Oh my god. No! You just had to prove he didn't do it.
Oh.
Your Honor, the sound Mr. Saw heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply...
If you simply...
Well, I don't want to try sound in the clock because that would hurt, but...
Open your eyes, look up to the skies, and see. I'm just a poor boy.
I'm gonna say try sound in clock.
Okay.
Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Actually, in this fucked up backwards law world, he does actually need to prove... Is it true that he needs to, like, prove that... Like, find who did it? I just thought it was... He's just an overachiever.
Yeah.
Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he's the thinker, after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Ah! As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. No, he can prove conclusively that the defendant didn't do it, and the court will go, oh yeah, then who did do it? That's really silly. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Saw had heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Saw, trying to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing. Uh-oh. What's he talking about now? While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it. I was so close. Mr. Wright? It seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
I feel like sometimes in the logic of this game, and this is just from a brief experience of it.
Yeah.
Is that you see the knife has fingerprints, your fingerprints all over it, and it was in the body, and you're like, but today's a Wednesday. How do you know it's the hammer on Tuesday?
Yeah. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Saw. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal! A criminal! Your lawyers are all slime. Ugh, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. You have to get the death penalty now. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Saw It. Mia! I mean, Chief! Listen up, right? Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think! But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? No, right. Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes. Do you know? Wait, maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Then let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. You remember?
Hold on. Oh. It's jet lag, isn't it?
Explain.
It's jet lag because they arrived from Paris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take that! The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in the apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It? Or should I say, Mr. Did It?
No.
Ah! Oh. Everyone's like, whoa. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness. He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I have to say I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. Well, I gotta crack my knuckles real quick. Alright, continue, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. Yay! And there's confetti, like, in every courtroom. And with that, this court is adjourned. So that was the first trial.
Hey.
Yeah. Turns out that Frank Saw was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Saw It let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saw It grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Phew, I still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations.
When it says, like, oh, he grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find, I like to think that there were, like, 1,000 different sharp objects.
And he was like, no.
Like, not that one, not the screwdriver, not the knife, not the butcher's knife. Oh, there we go.
There we go, a blunt thing.
Finally.
Oh, and it doubles as a clock. Awesome. Alright, this is perfect. Meanwhile, like, Cindy's standing there like, are you gonna kill me, or... Because I gotta be somewhere in, like, 30 minutes, so if you're not gonna do this, I want to wrap it up. I mean, I guess the idea is, like, he wasn't trying to kill her, he was trying to knock her out.
Oh,
He wouldn't, like, stab her if he wasn't trying to kill her, but...
Yeah. Okay.
The reason why we knew that Larry was innocent was because there was a cutscene in the beginning that shows that he did it.
Okay.
And you weren't there for it, and I was like, let's just not tell them and see if they can figure it out. Anyway, thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there, except for that time when I helped you. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. That's him now. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Winnie's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind.
Ooh.
She was a dirty whore. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent.
Oh.
Thanks. I'm sorry. I really owe you one. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present for me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me.
Oh.
Really? You made this?
You're a clockmaker?
Yeah, I guess so. Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Larry has a lot of different hobbies.
Me, Larry Butts, the one who makes eccentric clocks.
Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick, and she was just playing me for a fool. Doesn't that make you just want to cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? That's very early 2000s. I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Is it the other clock? Because she, like, kept it? Take that! Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so?
Why?
It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling.
It's heavy. It takes a long time to check the time.
Yeah.
To be frank, Larry, it's a shitty clock, but I appreciate the gift.
It's more of like an art thing than the clock, you know.
Yeah.
It's not very functional, but you know. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner, on me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah! Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? God, I want you so bad. And so my first trial came to a close. Like, she's like really overtly flirting with him and he has no idea. She's just like, yeah, I'd love to go to drinks with you. And she's like, she like goes to kiss him and she's like, whoa, that came out of nowhere. Like, not that I don't want it, but like, oh my god. She's like, I've been flirting with you for months, Phoenix. And she's like, you have? Really? Anyway, Larry slapped me on the back and said, gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave Mia. I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident.
Ooh.
And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end. And then like a question mark fades in. The end.
And then the theremin plays.
Anyway, episode 2.
Implying that aliens are in the next one.
Oh my god, aliens captured Mia! Then like he put an alien on the stand and they're like, did you do it? Hello, this is Maya. Hey Maya, it's me. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great, and I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you. Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always like toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now. You know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you. The clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working. That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9, to pick it up? I'll be in a free trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner. Something good. Like burgers. I could really go for a good burger. And then it's like the like rice, oh god, what is it called? Onigiri. Oh man, I really love jelly donuts. Okay, we'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis, see you soon. So, the Ace Attorney, like, legal system is based partially on the American legal system and the Japanese legal system. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm, like, 90% sure that's because, the universe of this game is like a fusion of the two countries. Like, I think it's like a Big Hero 6 thing, where, like, World War II happened differently, and, like, now the cultures have combined.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah. It's weird that 2 pieces of media did that. Anyway. Conversation recorded. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Well, no. Okay. It's not what I said the second part, but the first part is.
Yeah.
I think one of the two is like that. I remember reading that somewhere. September 5th, 8:57 p.m. Faye and Co. Law offices. It's just that it's the same place and it takes place in LA if you're English and Tokyo if you're Japanese. Well, that's the coward's way out.
Yeah.
Now, Miss Faye, I'll take what's mine. The papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Faye, you're a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the Thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? Oh, you're not... Oh, God, I forgot how he talks. I hate this guy. Cogniferous of my background. Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. My dear Miss Faye, I am so very sorry. But I'm afraid that I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Faye. Oh. And Mia's dead.
No.
Yeah.
This game doesn't have reincarnation, does it?
Not really, no.
Damn it, Boop Lady is permanently dead.
September 30th, 9:08 p.m. fan collapses. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh, that's strange. Guess the chief left without me. No, women! Hamana, hamana, hamana!
Sad humminers.
Oh, hamana. What are those fish from SpongeBob? Don't they hamana, hamana, hamana?
What?
Aren't they like sardines or something? And they like...
You're talking about the meat guys.
Are they? No, there's... Is it the meat? I feel like they'd say something else. That there's a fish that says something else that is more along the lines of hamana, hamana, hamana.
Hold on.
Even Phoenix is waiting.
Okay. So there's a moment in SpongeBob where the Krusty Krab becomes so fancy that everyone just goes hamana, hamana, hamana.
Oh, okay, all right. And then the sardines say meep.
And the sardines say meep.
Okay.
So it was some sort of weird 2013 Manson Mandela.
The Mandela effect, or it's called the Manson effect, and you were like, I'm certain it was called that. And you're like, no.
The Manson effect, because everyone was confused when Marilyn Manson died.
Anyway, what's that smell? It's a smelly smell. Smelly smell that smells smelly. Speaking of 100 gecs, I know that sounds out of place for the rest of you, but I was talking about 100 gecs earlier. when I went to see them perform, they did a couple songs that were like new, and one of them, I believe, is just called "What's That Smell," and it opens with that like clip of Mr. Krabs.
That's good.
And like most of the lyrics are just what's that smell?
That's fucking awesome.
It's just like all the lyrics are about how bad it smells. And I need that to be released already so that I can hear it again. Anyway. Blood. Mia! Maybe she's in her office. Examine. I can examine. Did I smell blood and that can't be good? I have to check on Mia and see if the chief is okay. Okay, I gotta go back. Move. I forgot I can do this. I forgot I can move in Ace Attorney. That smell. The smelly smell that smells like blood. Sis. Someone's there. Chief? Chief! Big boob lady!
No, boob woman!
No! I wanted to kiss you so bad! But I was too shy to flirt back. Anyway, who are you? The strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. She's in a really, like, composed position for someone who just died.
Yeah.
Her body was still warm. And the moonlight shone on her tits so perfectly. What kind of food should I order for dinner? What are your options? What's nearby? I always like to know my options before I tell someone what to do. Anyway, yeah. I could feel it when I held her shoulder, and nothing else. Then all too quickly, it began to fade. Until finally she was cold. I don't think people, like, get that cold that fast. Anyway, Chief.
Yeah.
Let's examine Mia. It's hard seeing her like this. But if there are any clues here. Hamburger like an Ace Attorney! Sushi's fair. She was struck in the head with a blunt object. I can tell from all the blood on her head. She probably died instantly. The thinker lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. That's a really big clock, actually.
Yeah.
I never realized it. The thinker added to the court record. The murder weapon looks like a statue, but it's actually a clock made by Larry Butts. There are some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass light standing broken in the back of her room. Wait, the glass light stand lying broken in the back of her room. I read that weird. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. A piece of paper. It must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? I mean, it clearly says Maya.
Yeah.
Ah! A word is written in blood on the scrap of paper. Maya? Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store, dated yesterday. Okay. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I'd better call the police and find out what that girl was doing here. I gotta, whoa. Right, I'd better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. It looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police! Please, come quick! What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window. She's staring right at me! She's holding a phone in her hand. Look at the window! There's a large building right across from the office. The Gatewater Hotel. I see. A nice luxurious place. Oh, that's all. Some shards of glass are scattered on the floor. Oh, yeah. Necklace here. Chief's chair. Simple, functional design. Feels pretty good to sit in, too. Oh shit, it's Monday. The sushi is closed. No!
No!
Call the police! All the chief's important documents are packed in here. This is where she filed her case records and recent rulings. Surprisingly, the chief was never good with machines. About all she used his PC for was email. That's all you really need. She picked up this ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing. And book. Fang Code Ledger book. Everything is written in the chief's ultra-neat handwriting. It's a small office, but it makes a good bit of money.
Money, you say?
Better not use it. Ugh, fine. Ah! That girl just now. Where'd she go? I put it right there on the sofa. Uh-oh. I hope she didn't run on me. Oh, yipes!
Yeah.
Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay, I work here. Maya? Maya Faye? Maya Faye? Maya? So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt? I never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. Hey, Maya, hey, Maya. Check this shit out. I can't show it to her now. Oh. Can I? No, I can't. I can't show it to her. How do I present? Oh, present here. Maya, check this shit out. I'm sorry, I've never seen that before. Alright, I just wanted you to see that I was an attorney.
Yeah.
Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. Huh! That's my name! Why? Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Why would she just write my name? Uh-oh, now I've done it. Oh, the Weeus are here. The police! Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze, police! It's him! He's the best character.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see? Gumshoe? What an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder. Must have been that woman I saw. Detective Dick Gumshoe. I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, okay?
They call me Gummy Dick.
Great, just great. Yeah, Dick and Gumshoe are both old-timey words for detective.
Oh, I didn't know Dick was.
Yeah, so those are the.
Anyway, so people back then were legitimately like, "Hey, is the dick on it?"
Well,
the dick's on it. Don't worry.
There's a joke like that in House Party.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because when you're talking to Catherine, you introduce yourself to her, and she's like, "My boyfriend's being a dick right now," and then one of the options is, "Your boyfriend's a detective."
Oh, okay. I always wonder what that was referring to.
Dick is also short for Richard, but Dick is also an old-timey word for detective.
Yeah.
Maya. Wait, she wouldn't have... Nah. Whoa! Excuse me! Eek! The word Maya here mean anything to you? That's my name. What? The victim drew this note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. Killer? I'm not... Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am. What? Mia's younger sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. Just an average Tuesday. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. September 6th, 9:07 a.m. Detention center, visitor's room. We invented the farting robot. Have you seen that one comic where he's like, great news, I've invented a robot that screams, and they're like, why? And he just has to think about it. It's Maya. No, it's here, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning. She looks so tired. Are you gonna be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Of course I will. Sorry, not a chance.
Yeah.
First things first, I better get her cheered up. Yeah, of course I will. Cheer up. Really? Whoa, did I say the wrong thing? She looks sadder now. What's wrong? You don't think I can do it? No, no one could. Who would believe me? Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked at me like I had done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought. It's okay, I understand. And I've also heard about you. Heard? Heard what about me? I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while. Ha, so you crashed and burned? He's a genius. One of those strike fears into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Huh, sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get in trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. Oh my god. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. So that's why I hate you. That's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia... I know. Hey. Check this out. Sorry, I've never seen that before. Okay. She doesn't care. Maya. There's something I've been wanting to ask you. Yes? What's with that outfit? Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do? Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium. In training. A spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Yes. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Evidence? Yes, that clock shaped like the Thinker. The one Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case? Right. She said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice? Her own voice? Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone. You recorded it. Yeah, I forgot how to delete those things. Tell me about your cell phone.
Pretty easy as a trash can button.
Yeah. So you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone. Let's hear it. Right. Oh, I just remembered that detective took my cell phone. Sorry. Oh, right. Of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? Sure, thanks. Conversation I have with my sister's recorded on my cell phone. Awesome. Tell me about spirit mediums. So you're an acolyte. A medium in training. That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second, you said the Fae family? So Mia was into this stuff too? Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class, too. I had no idea. Wait. What? So you're a real honest-to-goodness spirit medium, with ESP and all that? Yes, in training. Well, can't you contact Mia's spirit then? We can just ask her who killed her. I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level.
Also ghost illegal?
What?
That's also ghost illegal?
It's ghost illegal. The Raven Queen's gonna get your ass for that one. I thought that would be too easy. Huh? Something the matter? I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go to him to go ask him to represent me? Okay. Sure, why not? I'll go ask. Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to. You know, not you, but... Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry, leave it to me. Thank you. The trial's tomorrow at 10. What? Tomorrow? Tomorrow. What if this guy refuses? They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. You know, better than you. When will that happen? They're giving me until 4 this afternoon. And visiting hours are almost up. I'd better hurry. Right, I'll be back. All right, let's go. Let's go to Grossberg Law Offices. September 6th, Grossberg Law Offices. Nice painting. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. Must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. Alright. Actually, let's examine the place a little bit while we're here. Because he might not let us when he's here. That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. Was that a pun about having a stuffed nose? Expensive-looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive-looking books. Funny. They don't look like they've ever been read. A solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. Ugh. Beautiful. A table for clients. An elegant ebony case, and if I'm not mistaken, that lighter's made of solid gold. Even I could tell someone here's got money to burn. Is that it? Is that everything? Oh, plant. Expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. It's really funny, actually. It's probably the most expensive plant on planet Earth. Alright, yeah, that's everything here. Alright. Let's go to Fangle offices.
Yeah, and that big painting, world's cheapest painting. $1.
$1 at the Goodwill. The office is filled with police officers. Cause never mind. That's not a good pun. I'm sorry.
What?
The office is filled with police officers.
Oh. Never mind. You should have never brought it up. I'm kidding a little.
Because it's just like the words sound kind of similar, and I was like, get it? It's like, no, that's just how the words sound. Anyway. Hey, you there. This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry, don't I know you from somewhere?
I'm a rectangle.
I'm a rectangle, bud. Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you? No, Phoenix Wright. How can anyone mistake me for Larry? I guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer. And you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent.
Yeah.
Right. And you were Detective Suede Shoes. Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe? Yeah. Right, at your service. Hang on, that's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't call me Dick. Hey, Dick, get over here. Yes, sir. Be right there. You're a lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you better do it quick. Phew, he thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. Alright, can we talk to him? He's talking about Mia. About Miss Faye, did you do an autopsy? You want to know the results, eh? Rectangle. Now don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss. But that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright, you can see the report, but that's all. Mia's autopsy.
Quite a bit, actually.
Yeah. Time of death, 9/5 at 9 p.m. Single blunt force trauma. Death was instantaneous.
Instantaneous.
My tongue is swollen because I got a fucking beef.
Because a bee stung it.
I've turned into Daffy Duck.
A bee stung my tongue.
Tell me about Maya. About Maya. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't gonna win. Why do you say that? The city's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. That's his full name. His first name is Prosecutor. It's like he was born for this job. Edgeworth. I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all. No? Tell me about it. Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you? Of course I do. I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain. He doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict. Don't talk about him that way. You make him barely sound human. Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case. So, Edgeworth is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20. Of course, there are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon.
He hates crime so much he's willing to be a criminal for it.
No, Gumshoe's face changed in a way that, implied that Phoenix is, thinking this in real time, and he's just been silent for a few seconds. Hey, check this out. What's that? Sorry, pal, but I got no info for the likes of you. Alright. Fine. Someday someone will appreciate it. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Let's look at this potted plant. Let's see how expensive it was. Mia's favorite potted plant. I remember it had this bizarre name no one could ever remember. It was like $2. Cordyline Stricta, pal. Who was that? That was Gumshoe. An old movie poster. Apparently, this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one of these days. Not with her, but you know. Mia's desk, perfectly clean as always. The only thing it's missing is Mia. There's a horrendous amount of legal books here. Scarier still is that Mia probably read all of these. The sky is blue and so am I. There's that hotel right across the way. A little. Oh, yeah. Let's go back here, why not? Okay, nothing. Let's go back to Maya then. Hey!
Maya.
Maya.
That's a stupid joke, I'm sorry.
What is it? Did you meet the lawyer? Sorry. I haven't seen him yet. I see. I'd better go see if I can find this elite lawyer she's talking. I tried. Day of the crime. Can you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know it must be hard. No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. It's trauma. See, that morning I got a call from my sister. Oh, we talked about this. So I arrived at the office. It was right around 9 o'clock. The lights were off and I could smell blood. And then I found her, my sister. Thanks, Maya. Sorry I made you depressed. That's all I need to hear for now. What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young, and I don't know where my mother is. Don't know? So she could still be alive? The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man and he ruined our mother's life. Ruined? After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer and she left the mountain. So, you live by yourself? Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent, or I would lose my powers. I feel bad for her, all by herself up on that mountain. Your mother's enemy. So who was this man who, ruined your mother? I don't say it like that.
Yeah.
About 15 years ago, when there was an unusual murder case, it made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they? The police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim. Wow, so what happened? The case was solved, we thought. You thought? The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police consultation with the medium had all been carried out in secret, of course, but a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. My mother became the laughingstock of the nation. I see. White? Excuse me? White?
Yeah.
That was his name. My sister told me. White. Let's go back to the law officers? No? I don't know what, I mean, go here. I have to go back to, this. Hey. You don't have anything new for me. Get out of here! Or maybe I could show him other stuff with the case. Look at this. There's broken glass at the crime scene, right? Oh, that? Seems like a glass stand right next to the victim fell over. Glass shards and pieces of the broken stand. This? There's a piece of paper next to the victim, wasn't there? Yeah, the one with the killer's name written on it. Are you sure that Mia wrote it herself? Given the condition of the writing, it's hard to say if it's her handwriting or not. So there's no proof that Mia wrote it. Oh yeah, I have to get the phone. I forgot about that. She wrote me a note so I wouldn't forget, and then I forgot. I was wondering, did you see Maya Faye's cell phone? Oh, that? I have that. You think you could give it back? Sure. I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer. Oh, he's on to me. I just asked him.
Yeah.
Tell him not so straight. Okay, I can't be straight with this guy, but what should I tell him? Something the matter? Oh, no, that carrying strap on the cell phone. This. It says, the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo-Old Tokyo. The Steel Samurai. That action hero on TV? Yeah, you see, that strap is a collector's item. She was worried that it might get lost if it went down to the precinct. That what she said? Yes. Okay, pal. I wrote down all the numbers she called anyway. Here you go. Seems he didn't notice the recorded conversation. Alright. Guess I've asked all the questions I needed to. You all done, pal? Yes, thank you. I'll be heading out now. Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you better not. No influencing the witness with your lawyerly ways, pal.
Yeah.
Oh, her. I thought he meant Maya. Come to think about it, I had completely forgotten about her. The witness? Yeah, Miss April May. Sorry about this.
Oh my god.
But I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me your name. Miss May, huh? So you've sent her home already, then? Ah, you're trying your lawyerly tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial. So, she's still in the hotel room across the way. I guess I should know better than to try to get a detective to leak information. You got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. Alright. Let's go to the Gatewater Hotel. September 6th. Gatewater Hotel, room 303. Well, hello there, handsome. Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth. You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal. Tee-hee. Memo to self. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my life harder. Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting I can hardly contain myself. Ooh, let me go freshen up so I could look the part of the beautiful eyewitness. I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. Alright, let's examine. Just regular examine, though. The flowers are fake, as expected. Probably $2. I know sunflowers and tulips, but that's about the extent. You don't know roses, Phoenix? There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look. Hey! Hey! What are you doing? No touching! Oh, bad boy. You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you? Upset? I thought she was going to explode for a second there. I wonder what could be inside the drawer. Let's examine some more. Ah, a still scene painting. Wait, should that be still life? Whatever. One of those is hanging on the wall. Oh, what about the champagne? A bottle and 2 glasses are on the table. Somebody must be staying with her. The late summer sunlight streams through the window. That's beautiful. There's the fan coat office building, of course. You could see the inside of the room pretty clearly from here. I think it would be a little difficult to recognize a face from this distance, though. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? What about the bed? What about the... I get stuck on the menu. I can't go behind it. A simple bed. It's been recently made. Nothing eye-catching here. Alright, let's talk to her. What you witnessed. Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident. Whew, observe, incident. You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary. Better not encourage her. You know that thing that happened the other day? The bad thing? What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it? Pretty please? Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll just have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer. Oh, boy. Could you just... Who exactly are you? Who, Mr. Lawyer? Are you hitting on me? No! Hey, I'm just doing my job here. You know, you're cute when you blush. Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Right. Could you just tell me what it is you do? Well... No! And you just had your little hopes up, didn't you? Oh, boy. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you? Ooh, what amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives, like on television. Oh, no, not me. I'm, just a lawyer. Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage, Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers. Oh, boy. Alright, that's all she'll give us. How about if I showed you my attorney's badge? Excuse me, but I'm a witness? Police witness? You understand? Hablas inglés? How can I possibly give you any good information in good conscience, Me, the witness. It's just like in the movies. Okay. Yeah, that's all we're getting out of her, I think.
Yeah.
Please, Mr. Grossberg. Seems like Mr. Grossberg's out. Well, maybe I should just wait here for him to come back. Oh, ahem. If that wasn't the most over... Oh, hold on, let me try it again. Ah! So you're the one they say has been looking for me. Yes, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined. That badge on your collar? Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now? You have a badge too! Oh! He, like, says that, like, out loud. He's like, oh, I mean, yes, well, yes. And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please proceed. Not busy? Then how come no one can get in touch with you? Carpet will get any titty they can.
Oh.
Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it. Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya. Maya Fey. Yes, Maya Fey. Go on. Why the strange reaction? Cha-cha. I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible. Wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow? Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion. What's going on? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? I love this music. Don't. How can you just refuse like that? Please tell me why you won't take the case. Well, you see, it's just I'm busy, you see. But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands. Yes, of course I knew that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry, goodbye. Creep. Fine. I don't have the time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere. Whatever.
Yeah.
Did you say something? I think not, I said. What do you mean? I'm terribly, terribly sorry. But I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy. Why? I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I have nothing more to discuss with you. What's going on here? How did you know Mia Fey? She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see. A mission? You could see it in her eyes. She followed with a burning passion, never looked back, that one. That's, quite a painting. Aha, you noticed. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it?
$1 painting.
Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the wave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million pennies. But, you know, I have no intention of parting with 3 million Bitcoin. You're like, oh my god!
Zimbabwean dollars.
I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it. Not even to you. I wasn't interested. It's not for sale. I'm not buying. Jeez. Alright. Hey. Maybe, you know, lawyer to lawyer. Maybe you'll appreciate this. Very sorry, but I've got nothing to say regarding this matter. Fuck you, Marvin. Fuck you. You suck. I'm leaving.
Aw.
I have bad news and good news, but mostly bad news. Hi. Oh, you're back. Did you find the lawyer? Well, what do I tell her? Well, see, God, I've been talking to Gumshoe too much. Just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? I see. I've been abandoned then. Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess. 4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do?
Mm.
Do I just leave her and go home? Defend
Yes.
Maya. Yes, my life would be so much easier. I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not. What? You can't do that! Why not? Because I don't want you to. Okay. Why? Well, I don't know why. To be honest, I don't know. You don't know? Is this girl sitting in front of me the killer? All the evidence seems to say yes. But there's still something about this whole thing that smells fishy. That witness's strange behavior. Was that all an act? And the way that lawyer refused to help out Maya. But more than all that, she has no one left to help her. Nothing is more sad or more lonely than that. I know, I've been there. A long, long time ago. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. There's only one thing I know for certain. I won't abandon you. You can count on me. That's so kind of you. I still don't want you, but that's really nice. Aw. Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here. Right, thank you. Phew, she smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right? Yes! Why would you... What the hell? I trust you. So you trust me too, okay? It's a deal. So, what next? There's something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look into the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. Okay. Do you have anything new to talk to her about? No? So I guess let's go back to the Gaywater Hotel.
Yeah.
Ooh, good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are... I beg your pardon, sir. I am but the bellboy of the establishment. At your service, sir. Oh, right. I've just come up to deliver room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? I believe our guest Miss May is currently using the, facilities? If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait, no, hey! Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit. I almost forgot. You came back quick! Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Oh, right, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name? White. He was a white guy. That wasn't his name. Oh no, wait, that was his name. My sister told me. White was the name of the guy who ruined me and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? Probably. Check this drawer. There's a screwdriver sticking out of the half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wiretap? What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? We'll find out.
We'll find out.
Well, there's definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? Hold on, I have a really hard-to-reach itch. Something intense music while I scratch this itch. There's a story behind all this, I know it. Alright. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean, you know what I mean. Has he been saying this all out loud?
Yeah.
Oh, bellboy, still there? Uh-oh, time to scram. I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court! And not in bed! I had to really assert myself there.
Yeah.
Yes. September 7th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 1. It's court time! Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. And the defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence that she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The judge is like, there's only one of you. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir! My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir! I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir! Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Witness testimony. I like the blinking testimony, like it's recording.
Yeah.
Or like it's the go for a perfect P.
Or that, yeah.
As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack? Dave, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Cross-examination. Before we begin the cross-examination, I want to get up and get a little snack. If that's okay with you. I'll let the music go. So it'll be cool and intense, but I'm gonna get up for a minute or two. And
Alright.
It's your show now, babe.
My show?
It's your show.
No way.
It's all yours. You can do whatever you like.
Oh, yes.
As soon as I
draw boobs.
Whoa, you can't do that. I'm gonna get banned on Twitch.
Oh, okay.
But you can do anything else.
Then I'll say list of banned words on Twitch.
Nope. You gotta say things that won't get me banned on Twitch.
What? You said I could do anything.
Anything that won't get me banned on Twitch.
Damn it. Okay.
I'll be right back.
I'll think of something.
Alright.
Anyways, hello everyone, how's it going? We got Gummy Dick on the stand. I've been working on a little bit of a beat while I was with this sort of in like I have a split screen going on where it's like half this, half the beat. This music does go, actually. Now that I'm actually able to listen to it by turning on stream audio. Damn. So I've been finally getting a job. For like a real job and not like music commissions. Yeah, I've been waiting for my Staples job to respond, and I just got a text saying that all I have to do is complete a background check online and then we can proceed. Yeah. I think also one thing that you guys should know is that in June-ish, yeah, around June, is it okay if I tell them what we're doing? All right, me and Juno will be meeting up in around June. Yeah, I'll be visiting them. It's gonna be the first time I'll be going on a vacation all by myself, since I am now an adult, a legal U.S. adult, which is gonna be fun. I love the character designer that decided to give this detective a little bandage on his cheek. That's nice. Because there's two, yeah, it's gonna be fun. I feel like there were two options they could have done with this detective, and they were like, we could either give him a scar, which would have made him, you know, rough and difficult. But they opted for a simple and clean bandage look, which I'm actually a fan of. And the pen behind the ear. You know, aside from the shoulders, which he is like the size of a garbage truck. You know, looks approachable. No, they had to make him very stupid. He has the bandage because he tripped getting out of bed. Himbo Supreme. My god. Himbo Supreme is what I order at In-N-Out when I go. I would risk it all for Detective Dick Gumshoe. You realize you said detective 3 times in that statement. Oh, I hear someone coming back.
Boo, I'm back.
No way.
I realized, eating and talking is probably not gonna be a good combination.
Oh.
But I'm gonna do it anyway, because this is ice cream and I have to eat it. It'll melt.
Yeah, it'll melt.
Alright. Let me put it back to, gamer mode. So you told him we were gonna hang out?
Yeah.
We should make a content while you're here.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what, but we should.
Why not?
Yeah. Maybe if we have, like, an open evening, we could do a stream, and it's just, like, I could put, like, my regular webcam on, and we could just do something together.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Ace Attorney.
that does mean that I will be breaking my 13-year-old promise of never ever going on video with my face.
Really?
Yeah. And then
Why?
well, and I know what you're thinking. Oh, it's because you like being private. No, it is because I didn't want deepfakes to get to me. I didn't want people to make deepfakes of me saying and incriminating me.
Wait, we're worried about that at like 13?
Yes, I was worried about that at like 13, and then it slowly became more and more real.
Oh, but you were worried about it in like a fantasy way.
In a fantasy way.
Okay, I thought you knew that deepfakes existed at 13. I was like, whoa.
No. Like I had my own word for it, and I promised myself that I would like wear heavy makeup or draw something on my face to make it less obvious, or some bullshit like that.
Anyway, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. Hold it! Who'd you say you got a call from? Hey, pal, don't play dumb. You know who. The call's from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across from the crime scene. Okay, I pressed. Not sure I did much, though. Right, please continue. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Back. Press. I'm absolutely sure it was us. Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With your funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair. You also have spiky hair.
Yeah.
You 2 stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press with a little more care. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You won't lose anything for pressing on every statement. Did you arrest her? Why is that? What's your reason? Why? We had a witness account describing her. I keep hitting. It's because tab and Q are right next to each other. Hold on just 1 second. Oh, the music stopped. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it.
Yeah.
Exactly what about the suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious and she sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. That was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was clearly written in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. I spot a contradiction. I spot a discrepancy. How do you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you test about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor. Try to be more careful. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. The judge really has no place in this. What was the victim's? Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. What is wrong about that, Paxton?
Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. I don't know. It seems like solid evidence to me.
Her death was instantaneous.
Yeah.
Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note, and she was accusing her defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying. What? This is one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, detective. That was the last case. And they're like, whoa, that was the last case. Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have the time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? Oh, the day after the murder. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being... You idiot. That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object, but there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. Thank you. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known that you'd have something up your sleeve. Oh, the classic updated autopsy report. You've done it again, Edgeworth. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham, Edgeworth. The detective's a sham. I'm a sham. Mr. Edgeworth. Fuck you. I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, an offense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Alright. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes? Thank you.
Yeah.
That stupid little bow. Prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Hold on, I gotta prepare my anime girl voice. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please. April May, at your service. Order, an introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Aw, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. He's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. And there's only men here! Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th, where the murder occurred? Do you remember the 5th night of September? Gee, I was, in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices. That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. Witness testimony. I forgot the last one, I'm sorry. It was 9 at night. I looked out the window, and then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Oh.
She got us with the itsy bitsy witsy.
Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I know a few other things that are solid around here.
Oh my god.
I don't see any need to trouble the witness any... Oh, wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright. What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm. Didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the... It's literally, like, court procedure to cross it, like, you have to.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm doing it. Okay. Okay. Let me review my evidence because I don't remember what contradicts this. Those floor plans. Let's press a little bit. She dodged? Dodged what? Well, the attack. It's really, really descriptive.
Yeah. Stephen King over here.
Wow. Oh. I have sensitive gums. I was like, let me finish this really quick, so I like shoveled a whole bunch into my mouth and I got brain freeze from it. Anyway, how'd you know it was my client? She's like, I don't think you should be eating that near. Huh? Well, gee. First of all, she had a girl's physique, and secondly, she was small. Who else could it be but her? She has a point. I question your testimony. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you saw nothing. Did you really see the defendant at all? Ugh. Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless about this. I mean, okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her, because she's weird, but I like her.
Yeah.
And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. She's a freak! However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But... Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all that trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. Alright. I did see everything, I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. That kind of statuey clock? The thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? Go fall in a well, April May.
Ooh.
I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Is it really so much more detailed? Ran off to the right. Press you. Is that right? Isn't your right as you look from the hotel? Which hand do I hold my knife in again? That's a great thing to say in court. Right, it was my right hand, right? Satisfied, Mr. Wright? Well, yeah. Hippie clothes. She hit her with that weapon. Thinker. Didn't this come up in another testimony recently? How would she know that it was a clock?
Oh.
Hold on, we're almost done with this.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all. No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now.
Ooh.
Do I present something? Do I present the clock? Okay. Music stopped. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer? You just said that the statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person much in the same position as you recently called this a clock, too. And he was found guilty of murder! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. No. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. I don't know much of anything else. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Just one, but yeah.
Yeah.
Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Phew, that was close. If he'd stopped me there, the trial would be over. Huh? What? So, what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How'd you know it was a clock? What? That's... because I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time. So, you've been to the law offices of Fanco? No, hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. The law offices of Fanco, where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No! No! She couldn't have heard the clock! No! No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because she couldn't have heard it, or it couldn't have rung! Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable the clock in question rang, because there are no batteries in them. Or I should have said it's empty. Shit. Fuck. I didn't see empty. Very well. Oh. Well, Your Honor, are they... This clock has graver problems than dead batteries. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Okay, they both worked. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar. Fat! Well, Miss May? Quite a show you've put on first, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty? Somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, we can prove that too, though. We can prove when the clockwork was removed. Oh, impossible, of course. Unless you somehow had, like, a recorded phone conversation saying the clockwork was removed, like, way before the murder occurred, but that's impossible. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... present! Take a look at this! That's a very cute cell phone. You have a girly phone. Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen.
Yeah.
This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Alright. The defendant's cell phone. This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it? A good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. No. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Except it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yes, I have an objection. The witness claimed she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Do you remember? Why she wouldn't have seen that clock in any store?
Because the guy made them.
Yeah. Larry.
And no store would ever sell it.
Exactly. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. He's really good at it, actually. Only two exist in the world. Yeah?
Yeah, like... Whatever, never mind.
And the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible! Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse is not on sale today? Ooh. Whoa. Whoa! Oh. Her boobs got bigger. What's it say, you porcupine head? She's what?
Pinocchio. The more she lies, the bigger her boobs grow.
See you, porcupine head. That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Oh, silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did. Wink. Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? I have many opinions on April May. Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you held it. This is familiar territory. I'll just use the same approach as with Larry. Miss May held that very clock in her hands. Mr. Wright, when was this? When she used it to strike the victim. When else? Order, order! Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? April May, you killed Mia Fey, I say. That it all rhymes. It's like a Dr. Seuss book in here. And when you struck, the force of the impact made the thinker ring. That's when you heard it. You truly are a work of art, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What's that supposed to mean? It was you who just proved that the thinker was empty. Oh, of course it wouldn't ring. What's more, the witness had a rock-solid alibi. Miss May, perhaps you could explain to the poor, misguided Mr. Wright that you were in the hotel at the time of the murder. She can't prove it. She did it. It would be my pleasure. No way. Yes way, Mr. Lawyer. Tee, didn't the murder take place at 9 at night? Gee, that's the exact time I ordered some room service from the hotel bellboy. Incidentally, the bellboy corroborates the witness's story. Ergo, she was not at the crime scene. Rock solid. Mr. Wright, you've just made a serious accusation against a perfectly innocent woman. Sorry, Your Honor. That didn't go so well. But if that's the case, then how does she know the thinker was a clock? Wait. Your Honor, I figured it out. There is one other way Miss April May could have known it was a clock. One way alone, and I have proof. Well, proof, you say? Then the court will examine your proof, Mr. Wright. How did the witness know the thinker was a clock? That's a good... Oh, the wiretap!
Oh.
Take that! Have a look at this. That? I found this in Miss May's room. This is a very chatty jury. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fey's phone, were you not? Ooh! Ooh!
Ooh.
Your Honor, this is irrelevant. It's not. I'm not entirely sure that is.
Irrelevant.
Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah, I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. Proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is, didn't she say it like on the phone?
Yeah.
That would make sense. Oh, I have to point it out. Okay. It's a clock. There you go.
Yeah.
Take that! I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again, what is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the thinker. It tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to the conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? You're gonna look at me and you're gonna tell me that I'm wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? I mean, most people wouldn't be amused. The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May! Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer! Yeah, it's no fair, all of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl, is that it? Is that it? No! That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. why the wiretap? Miss May, why'd you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity tapping irrelevant? She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? At the time of the murder, I was in my hotel room, getting room service. How could I have killed her? If you don't believe me, just ask the bellboy. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. Call the bellboy as a witness? The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you've sunk it quite low enough already. I object to calling the bellboy. I thought he was going to object and be like, no, he could sink much lower. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. I don't think he's allowed to argue those terms, but...
Yeah, I don't think that works.
I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for the sake of drama, right?
Yeah.
I've got nothing to lose except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. You've activated my trap card. Ah, shit. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Hello, would anyone like some crumpets? Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. And also set it down. He's just here? Yeah. I guess it was like they got him. Anyway, very good, sir. Witness testimony.
Yeah.
That was a bad one. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. And then we did other things. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right, I'm ready, I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished.
Ooh.
They'll cut her head off in the courtroom. It's wild. You should see it.
Oh, wow.
Not today, but, you know. Press on that. Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them, and I... the point being, I remembered her quite well, sir. Yes, what then? I was gonna do like a boob joke, but that was actually what was happening. 9 o'clock on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9 o'clock, the time of the murder. I brought it to her precisely the requested time, of course, and I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. Are you sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. you know, like a little character quirk. Don't you have any of those? And he's like, listen, how come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with an embrasser, sir? Embrasser? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Well, why would you have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? Protest. Wait, please wait. Yes, does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Let me check my brain real quick. Let me just check my brain for how to play Ace Attorney Trial 2. And let's see. Hold on, I'm processing.
Yeah.
Oh. Tell me about bed making. Apparently this choice doesn't matter. Bed making! Tell me about making beds that day! I was wondering when you were going to ask. But bed making, a new low. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. The witness will answer the defense's question. Yes, well, it was quite like any other day's bed making. I changed the sheets, the pillowcases, and then I proceeded to make the bed. I had to bring pillows for two, of course, but they're quite light, you see. I see. Thank you. Pillows for two? Bellboy, what did you just say? Huh? Ah, yes, pillows are light, sir. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room? I object. That was objectionable. No, you can't do that. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite. Indeed. It was the, good barista there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Ugh! You fool! You dumbass! You're not supposed to say that! I've done it, I've won. You haven't, but... Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man. Correct? Yes, sir. Then when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been a murderer. May have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? Sorry. My ability to speak is decaying. And who, Mr. Wright, is this other person? Simple, it was the man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Ugh. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself was an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup, but it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Ah! Every time he, stands up straight, he falls over again. Upstart amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges
black-eyed peas.
The court acknowledges the defense argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby Number 1. Mr. Wright! You were amazing in there! Really? Yeah. I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know? Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool, too. What? That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips. It sent shivers up my spine. Maya, we get it. Everyone has a crush on Edgeworth. It's not just you. You don't need to say it, okay? If you say so. So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? That man with Miss May. He's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that, anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir! I'm gonna go find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Sis. Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise. I'm counting on you. She's so skinny. Her arms are like twigs.
Yeah.
Anyway. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. The victim dodged an attack, then ran to the right, but then she was caught and struck. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. It's up to me to set me free. Only one way to find out. I can't do that voice, it hurts. Anyway, that's all we're gonna play for today, because we're only like halfway through this case. But what do you think so far?
Listen, this game is a lot of fun.
Even when you're not really participating?
Well, even when I'm, even when I could be participating more.
Yeah.
But, and I promise that once I get my internet all figured out, I will be doing some voices.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah.
Are you intrigued?
I am intrigued.
But are you mystified?
Magicianated?
You're magicianated.
That's what magicians do. They produce magicianation.
Yeah, of course. What can I get your theory on who the culprit is?
Who the culprit is?
Or just where the case is going in general?
Kevin Spacey's clone.
Okay.
Not like we're gonna have there's gonna be a turn in the case where it's like, is that a photo of enhance, and then
Kevin
like,
Spacey, and they're like, no, it's wrong.
Yeah, exactly. It couldn't have been him because reason.
I said that exactly like Makoto from Danganronpa. Like he shows up, he's like, no, it's wrong. It's not. If you look, wait, he solved this exact problem before.
Yeah,
if you look closely, this Kevin Spacey has freckles and the other one doesn't.
You see, it's the crossover episode between the two franchises of Danganronpa and real life.
And that's who the murderer was.
Yeah.
Yeah. We won't play this until Wednesday, so hold on to your asses and remember the evidence.
Oh, yeah.
But mostly hold on to your asses.
Yeah.
This was fun. I had a lot of people show up this stream, I noticed, and thank you for that, because that was cool. We will be playing more of this there. Our next stream's on Wednesday, and then after that on Thursday. Maybe Friday, if we don't finish it by Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, these cases get longer and longer, so we might have to do 4 streams with it instead of 2, 3. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Do I have anything else to mention? Anything you want to promote?
Skip school and do drugs.
Yeah! Wait, what is it? Don't do school. Stay in drugs. Alright, good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night. Bye.